Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today we're going to be doing a get ready with me, just a very simple get ready with me. I'm going to be doing this makeup and then I'm going to take you and we're going to choose an outfit together, and I'm just taking you through the process of me getting ready to leave the house. My hair is still wet, which is why it looks very flat. I apologise, but I just wanted to do a makeup look. This is basically the makeup that I've been wearing if I just need to sort of just put a face together. You know what I mean? Like this is my ultimate go-to makeup at the moment. I just do the same sort of skin, the same eyes, and then I'll mix up the lipstick, but I've been really enjoying this lipstick recently, so I just wanted to show it to you. This like monochromatic, burnt orangey brown kind of looks. I will have everything I've used listed in the description box, so if you want to shop anything that's on my face, you can. Some of the links are affiliated. They will have a asterisk next to them, which means that if you shop through my links, then I do get a small commission, which if you do, thank you so much, but there is absolutely no pressure. It doesn't make a difference to you, it doesn't make it more expensive to shop through those links. I just get a commission. But yeah, that is it. Let's get into the look. Hello, good morning. So let's get into this makeup look. I literally have three things to work with. I'm sorry that my hair is wet, but I've just had a shower, so it is wet. I'm doing root. I started root clipping again, which if you're a curly girl, you might know what that is. But it's basically like when you wash your hair, you like clip your roots up, so it helps with volume. Anyway, I have a sponge, which we're not going to talk about the fact that I cut the top off. It was just really filthy and it wasn't cleaning, and I can't afford a new one, so we're just going for this. And I've got two brushes, and that is it. That is all I have to work with today, because the rest of my brushes are drying because I washed them last night. So we're going to do something quite simple. I just want something really glowy, and I'm just going to do something that I've been doing quite a lot recently, which is basically like a orangey kind of monochromatic look, like a warm orangey brownie look. That's what I'm going to do. So we'll get into it and we can sort of talk about loads of things, I guess. So I'm just starting with my SPF. I use the Bondi Sands SPF. This is the one for the body because I meant to order the one for the face and I ordered the wrong one, but this is such a big bottle that it's lasted me a really long time and it sits really well under makeup. It's really glowy, it's really nice, so I'm not mad at it. So yeah, I guess the big thing that we should talk about is the fact that I quit my job. So when I first started making videos, when I first started my channel, I was working at a tea and coffee merchants in the lanes in Norwich, which is like where sort of all the independent shops are. And I worked there for 8 years. I did my work experience there and then I was kept on. And basically, in the end, I was just very mistreated and taken advantage of. So I left and I went to work in a charity shop. I was an assistant manager in a charity shop and I really enjoyed that. And then I got offered a position as a social media manager, and that's what I've just been doing, and that's what I've just quit. And the reason really is basically it was no fault of anyone's, really, like no fault of anyone's. It just was like my social media management skills I have are for I don't want to say influencer purposes, but it's like for my band and for myself. Whereas this company that I was working for, it's like, it's business people. It's people that own businesses, own companies. And a lot of the businesses that we worked with, I didn't really feel happy about. Like I didn't agree with a lot of them. And So basically, like, what I'm skilled to do wasn't necessarily what they needed from me. And also there was so much responsibility because my ability to do my job directly impacted other people's income, and that was just so much pressure, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Working from home was amazing and I really enjoyed it, and then we moved into an office and I really enjoyed that, and I liked the people that I worked with. It was just, yeah, it just didn't feel right. It made me incredibly anxious every day, and yeah, I couldn't really do it anymore. And I'm at a point where I just don't have it in me to spend time feeling like that now. And I couldn't do it. Like, I just couldn't do it. And I quit. So I'm now officially unemployed, which is interesting because I haven't been unemployed since I was 14. I'm 24 now. And I'm looking for other things, but I've basically changed I feel like, so when I left the job at the tea shop, I wanted to go somewhere where I wasn't relied on, and I just had someone telling me what to do. That was what I wanted. I just wanted to basically take a step back so that I could focus on other things. And that didn't happen. I went into an assistant management role, so that didn't really happen. And a lot of people, because it was working with volunteers as well, like I was like emotional support to a lot of them as well, which like was absolutely fine, and I loved them to death, but it was a lot of responsibility. So when I left there, and the job that I was taking on, I thought was scheduling, planning, just like social media content, very simple things. And then it turned out to very, very quickly turn into something very different. Again, I just had so much responsibility. Everyone was relying on me, and I just don't want that right now. I really don't. So I've kind of just come to the decision that instead of trying to find something else full-time, I'm going to try and find something part-time, and I'm going to give myself some time and some grace, and basically as long as I can earn enough to pay my rent and my bills and buy food, that's just how it's going to have to be for a little while. For my sanity, that's just how it's going to have to be. I cannot tell you the calm that I feel right now, which is crazy considering the fact that I literally don't know when I'm going to get a job, like where my next paycheck's going to come. I have no idea, but I feel so calm because I'm not being relied on, and that is something that I need to continue with. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on with me, and I feel positive. I feel hopeful. As I explained to my mum, I was like, this doesn't feel like a step backwards, this feels like a step sideways. It feels like now I have the chance to work out like what it is that I want to do, what it is that I can see myself having a future with. That's kind of, what I want to work towards is that. So yeah, we shall see. I've signed up for a couple of freelance websites as well to look into doing freelance video editing, because I really enjoy video editing. And a few nights ago, I went for drinks with Calvin and his work colleagues, and one of his work colleagues, old work colleague, he is a freelance illustrator, and he was telling me about all the websites that he uses and stuff, and he definitely recommended it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get into that. And I also just want to spend more time on my YouTube and my Instagram, and I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to get a vision of what I want to do, but I'm just like slowly getting there. But I'm just not 100% sure yet. I just feel like I need to start looking after myself, because I stopped eating properly. I wasn't sleeping properly. I wasn't drinking any water. I've been doing no exercise. Like, I've been doing nothing to look after myself. So I definitely need to get back to actually looking after myself before I even start thinking about, like, okay, career. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's like other things that I need to focus on first. And I feel like, especially at my age, I'm not even that old, but I'm 24, but it kind of feels like a lot of the people around me, they know what they're doing. But at the same time, I'm just 24. I'm only 24. You know, I have so many years ahead of me. Who knows what's going to happen? You just cannot predict it. I'm just taking some of the Say Beauty Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks and on my nose. Oh, I didn't say anything about my eyebrows. I apologise. I used the NYX brow glue, which I've ordered a new one because I'm scraping the tube, and the e.l.f. Wow Wow in black, and then I just used a black eyeshadow just to add a little bit more definition to the ends of my eyebrows. I've ordered a brow pen, which I'm quite excited to use. I just like a really full brow, but I like it to look like they are my eyebrows, and I feel like I am sort of achieving that. It doesn't look like they're too fake. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Peach Sea Honey Glow foundation. The thing with this foundation, I really, really like it. I think it's a really beautiful foundation. This is the medium shade, and I can only use this when I don't have any fake tan on. That's how pale it is. So the shade range is abysmal, but it's a cushion foundation, and I just push my sponge into it and then pat it over. I don't want anything too I don't want too much foundation, really. I just want enough to kind of even my complexion out. So yeah, that's been happening. I've also still been dealing with the after effects of being broken into. I think it affected me a bit more than I sort of not let on, but like, for example, so now we lock the door constantly, no matter the time, no matter if we're both home, the door is always locked, always. Which is so, it's not strange, but before it was always open. Our friends used to let themselves in, you know, like it just wasn't a thing that we concerned ourselves with. Like, you know, it was locked when we went to bed, but that was about it. Recently, so we live next door to a shop. We live next door to a off license, and the people who run it are amazing and we love them, and they specifically buy almond milk for us because we go in there and get it all the time. But basically there was some stuff going on outside, and Kelvin popped next door, so it's literally just next door, to basically see what was going on, to be a nosy neighbour basically. And I think I was in the toilet and I came out and the front door was open, and I went into panic mode, like complete panic mode. I could hear Kelvin outside, so I knew that it wasn't like the door had been opened by someone else. I could hear that he was outside, and I knew that it was him, but I just completely freaked out and I was so panicky. And when he came back in, he was like, oh my God, what is wrong? I was just like, you left the door open. So it's just like little things like that, like I'm still kind of dealing with. This is the Iconic London Sheer Bronze in the shade Beach Vibes. that took me way too long to find on the packaging. This is a gorgeous bronzer, but it's just very pale. So I can only use this when I've got no tan on. And it definitely works a lot better with a brush, but I don't have any brushes to use. So we're just gonna sponge it in, and then I might just have to do a second layer, but I definitely, when I can, I want to get this in a different shade because it is such a nice bronzer. It's got such a nice finish to it. But it is just really, really sheer and really pale. So I definitely want like maybe like 2 shades darker than this. But anyway, Kelvin's in Scotland for the weekend. He is going to watch the football with his friends because it's something like it's the final match before the Scottish team possibly get into the World Cup, I think. So it's like a big deal, and he's gonna have an amazing time. But I was very scared about being here by myself, so my mum is coming to stay with me for the weekend, which I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, it just kind of shows that I'm just not quite there yet. I'm gonna use the MUA liquid blush in the shade Tutti Frutti. This is a new shade. They came out with different shades, and this is like a really lovely tangerine orange blush. It is so cute. I really like it, and I love this formula. You all know I love this formula. And yeah, I'm so pleased that it's quite pale, like quite pastel, but it's nice. And I'll just use my sponge again to blend it out. But yeah, so today I'm going into the city to basically go and look at bolts to put on my door, because our front door I just don't feel safe anymore. So I'm gonna go and look at some bolts, and tomorrow my mum's partner is gonna come and put the bolts on for me, which will be good. And he's also going to put up the blind in the kitchen, which I'm so excited about because I've been doing so much decorating lately, and I don't know, I just like got an inspiration to do it, so I've just been doing loads of decorating and like changing the flat up. And basically I painted our kitchen pink. I wanted it pink and green because we've got a green toaster and a green slow cooker, and you know, I wanted this pink and green kitchen, and I bought green blinds and they're too big. So tomorrow as well, he's gonna cut the blinds down so that we can have our pink and green kitchen, because right now it's just very pink. It needs that big bit of green, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. It's gonna be so simple. It's just gonna be one shade of brown all over the lid because I just don't have it in me today to do anything too fancy. But yeah, I'm gonna go and buy some bolts for the door, and then I think I just kind of want to take my book and just go and sit somewhere and just have some time, just so maybe like somewhere nice and peaceful. I don't know. I just kind of want to just get out the house and have a wander, and then, because tonight we're going to have a nice dinner and watch Strictly Come Dancing. Because my mum was like, please can I watch it? I'm like, yes, of course. So I'm literally just using a warm brown eyeshadow. This is from my little palette of singles that I've put together. This is like my kind of everyday palette, and this brown here was from the Kaylee and Sosu Urban Bible palette. I love this shadow so much, and you can see I've finally hit pan on it. This is my favorite brown eyeshadow. I just really like the tone of it, and I literally just put it all over the lid and blend it up. and I just do like just a smoky brown. Look, it's just like it's like a really nice tone, and I really like it, and it is so easy to put on. You literally just slop it on and then blend it out. And then I just take a little bit on the tip and run that underneath. And I don't really mind how far that comes down because I kind of want it to be like a little bit grungy. And yeah, just build it up. And that's pretty much it. It looks really patchy on camera, but in real life I promise it's not. But it's just the easiest eyeshadow look that I do, and it always just looks really nice. Like, really effective. Because it still looks, you know, grungy. Okay, and then all I do is I'll take some sort of shimmer. I'm gonna just take Unexpected from JD Glow just because it's in this palette, and I just take a little bit and pop it in my inner corners. I like to have some sort of sparkle in a look, so I just pat that in there, and then that just gives it like that little bit of interest and just makes it really pretty. And then I just slap on a lot of mascara. So I use the Kiko Milano Extra Sculpt Mascara, as we all know, and I just layer it up. I feel like I never really show this mascara. I just say that I've used it, but that's one coat of this mascara. It is insane. It makes my lashes look so good, and I love it. I love it. I do also really like the Mascara Revolution, like the regular one, not the waterproof one, because the waterproof one is impossible to get off. I like the regular one, and the only issue with that is the packaging is really bad. So every one I've had, it's broken. But I do really like that mascara. I always get mascara on my lid, like always. There's just no avoiding it. And I usually literally, I'll just give it a minute and then I'll take my shadow brush and I will just like smush it around. For my lower lashes, I'm going to use the W7 Flirty Eyes. I'm just sort of trying to use this up. And this one is quite good at not crumbling and not smudging. But it doesn't look good on the top lashes. So I just use it for my bottom lashes. Does anyone have like an eye that they prefer? Like, I just prefer the lashes on this eye to this eye. Like, I feel like this eye, my lashes are all different lengths, whereas this eye, like, it's like a really perfect, like, woo, you know what I mean? And I also have, do you have a hand that you prefer? I much prefer my left hand to my right hand. I feel like my fingers on my left hand are nicer. And like, probably to anyone else, they're like, they can't tell a difference. But to me, this hand is so much nicer than this hand. I don't know whether that's just me. Anyway, as I said, I just go back and I smush any of that mascara. I don't care. Because again, we're going grungy, we're going messy. And then we just make sure my lashes aren't too clumpy. I like them clumpy, but not. I like to kind of just spread them out a little bit. And that is it for eyes. So simple, so quick, but I think it still looks really cool. And next is lips. So now I would either do like a brownie nude, I would do a red. I wouldn't necessarily do pink. When I wear pink lips, I like nothing on the eyes. I like just mascara, no eyeshadow. But recently, I've actually been using my Kaleidos Lip Clay in Terra, which is like a sort of like burnt orange, and it kind of brings together this like really monochromatic, like orangey look. So that's what I'm going to use today. But yeah, that is like I love the way that this lipstick looks with this eyeshadow. Like, I just think it looks so cool. I feel like I need to punch up my cheeks a little bit. I feel like they don't look as I like a heavy cheek, and I feel like I need a little bit more colour. I just feel like this blush is a really nice colour, but it is quite pale, so I feel like I need something to just amp it up. Probably shouldn't use like when I'm actually leaving the house to experiment, but we're going for it. So I've just mixed some of my lipstick with my Say Glowy Super Gel, and I'm just gonna see if that works. Like, I honestly have no idea if it's gonna pick up my makeup underneath or anything. I think that looks nice. Did it make a huge amount of difference? Not really, but I think it looks nice. Really glowy and pretty, which is what I'm into, so I think I'm okay with that. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Okay, so that is it for the makeup. I'm gonna finish off my hair, and then I will meet you probably in the kitchen to go over my outfit. Okay, and then this is the outfit that I've gone for. So I'm wearing my green velvet crop top with my Topshop satin tiger print skirt, my leather blazer, and then this bag I recently got from ASOS, but I've put a leopard print strap on it just because this strap is a lot shorter than the strap that it came with. The strap that it came with meant it sit like quite far down, but I quite like them to be, my bags to be kind of high up, so they're kind of easier to get into. And then just my favourite sunnies, as always. I'm kind of confused about the weather because it looks cold, but I feel like that's probably deceptive because it's just how it always is, isn't it? You think it's going to be freezing and then you end up getting really sweaty. And here's my pink kitchen, by the way. Doesn't it look so cute? I love it. And can you tell what sign I am? Just trying to make it a bit obvious. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. That'd be really cool. And as always, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.